Everybody good? Start with Wes.
Olivier, I guess the obvious question, what changed there for y'all in the final 15 or so minutes?
At halftime, we went into the locker room and we just talked to each other and realized the fact that we weren't playing how we practiced, and we weren't executing how we were supposed to execute, and that's really it. We just needed to get back to doing what we do every day.
Ben. Then Grant.
Just with halftime, was it you all as players coming together, or was it coaches coming in and mad, or just kind of how did halftime play out?
Coach always brings the type of energy that he brings. It's consistent, but more so as players, we knew that we weren't doing what we needed to be doing, and Coach points out the details, the obvious sometimes, and sometimes the things that we might not know. But as players, we have the feel for the game, and now that we have a more veteran group, we've started to have a better feel for the game, knowing what things we aren't doing well or what we need to improve on when we're not doing well.
Rick said you bigs don't get the ball enough. The guards aren't seeing you guys enough, I guess. If y'all scored, it was on numbers that they called for you. What are y'all going to do to demand the ball?
Like I said, we are an older team, but with this team, we haven't had too dominant of a post presence since I've been here, since Grant. And I think it's just understanding that it doesn't need to be a ball-dominant game for the post, but there just needs to be an inside-out rhythm for how we play, because our best threes come inside out. Our best shots selections come when we play inside out. Not that the bigs need to be shooting the ball too much more, but often just touching it, every time down the court, every other time down the court. It can't be too many possessions in a row where neither me, Folky, or Brandon or Uros, whoever's on the court, has touched the ball. Because when we do get the ball on the inside, it causes the defense to sink, and it helps us in our offense.
Olivier, can this be a dominant post team? You guys had, I think, about 50 points tonight as forwards, and we're pretty efficient scoring the ball as well.
I think our posts can dominate, but I think our team will be at the best when we dominate on all levels. When we have good inside presence, we have great shooters, as we've already proven, and then we play with those tools. We have good mid-range shooters too, so when we play with those tools, inside-out tools, I think that's when we're best and we're going to be dominating as a unit.
Olivier, you mentioned you guys, shooting the ball as bigs. You yourself had 2 of the 6 3-pointers tonight. How big is that for the offense and for yourself when the team is struggling all together to shoot 3-pointer?
I think it's very important that we do not live and die by the 3. I think understanding that we have great shooters and shooting those relaxed and with confidence is a very important part of our game, but living and dying by the 3 is not something we need to do and something we don't want to do. We want to play inside out, we want to get layups, we want to get easy twos, and we shoot open 3s because we know we can shoot, and they're going to fall. Shots fall, we all work on it, I work on it. Everybody on the team works on it, so we know our shots are going to fall, but we don't want to live and die by 3s because there's definitely always going to be days when it just rattles out or doesn't go in, or it's luck is a part of the game. You just got to prepare as best you can.
How have you seen Brandon settle in more in the last couple of weeks? Seems like he's getting into more of a rhythm on both ends of the court.
It's amazing to see. I mean, Brandon is the type of guy where he wants to get better, and he's going to get better, and he's super talented. So just the experience, being out there on the court, is helping him a lot, and you can see it every day. Defensively he gets more comfortable, more intense. Offensively he gets more comfortable and more intense, and he keeps building and learning that this isn't high school basketball, and it's a little bit different, but it's still just basketball, and he has the talent and he has the ability to do good.
Yeah, Rick said after the game that there were some guys yesterday, he didn't say who, but some guys just had bad practices, and maybe that bled into the first half today. And you've been a guy who's been here for a few years now. You've had moments where the coaches have really gotten on you in practice. Is there anything you can say to guys when they're having one of those kind of days? Because I know that you've kind of been in their shoes before.
Well, one big thing that I've learned, and that I myself in the locker room emphasize, and I think Joe is the one who really started to say it and be vocal about it, is habits win out. So bad practice equals bad habits, habits went out, so you might not do so well in the game. You know, it's very hard to turn it on and off just by stepping on the court. However you prepare is how you should expect to play. If you prepare well, you should feel confident in the fact that you're going to be able to play well. If you don't prepare well, then you didn't do everything that you could have done to have a good game, and that's on you. And that's something that we can't afford as a team. We already work as hard as anybody in the country. Honestly, I feel like we might work harder than anybody in the country, and we just got to keep our focus and preparation up to the same intensity of our practice and effort.
Let's have a little fun. 3 dunks today. What's going through your mind as you're flying up and jamming it down, the crowd goes wild?
Well, my
This is what he said.
Folks smash. No, I mean, I did feel like that. You know, I've seen Folky do the dunks, and I see how Folky reacts. It's great. But no, my favorite one was the one where Santi trusted me and threw it from half court. I was like, okay, if you're going to throw it, I'm going to dunk it because that's trust. As long as you have trust, I'm going to finish the play. But the dunks are fun. You know, dunking the ball is great. I wish I had some more rebounds, though. Some putback dunks. That would have been more fun.
All right, everybody good? Olivier, thank you very much.
Appreciate you guys.